welcome to my channel. My name is Ellie and today I want to show you my favorite ab exercises. So let's get started. For this workout, you will not need any equipment at all. Maybe a water bottle and a mat will do fine, but anything other than that, you can go ahead and keep aside. So let's get started and lay all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time here, nice, slow and control. Once you are all the way down to the ground, you can either bend your knees or you can go ahead and straighten your legs for a little bit of an extra challenge and roll up. So let's get started with this movement. So you're gonna roll all the way back down, one vertebrae at a time, and roll yourself up. If this is too challenging for you, at any time, you can go ahead and bend the knees, and this will make the movement a little bit easier. Perfect. It's a great exercise to start on any ab routine that you may do. And even if you're not doing this video, starting off with a roll up, it will engage all of your core muscles and get a nice stretch through your back. So let's do two more here. And the last one. Perfect. Now every muscle in our core is a little bit warmer than it was initially. So lift your legs up in the air all the way to 90 degrees, and you can lift your head and your shoulders off the ground, tuck in your belly, and let's drop one leg down, lift it up, meet with the other one, and drop the other leg down. Perfect, you guys. This is a great exercise for your lower abs, that area that doesn't seem to tighten as much as we want it to at times. If you want to make this exercise a little bit harder, then go ahead and drop both legs down and lift one leg up and then the other one. Up to you, whichever variation you want to take. Decide on today. If you can't do the second variation, then work yourself up to that. And let's do 5 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Hold it up here. Now, grab your leg and pull it 2 times towards your head. So pull, pull, switch. For scissors. Pull, pull, switch. Engage your abs. Lift your shoulders off the ground. And you don't have to pull really hard. This is not meant to hurt. Your hamstrings may be getting a little bit of a stretch, but that's all that is to it. If this is too challenging for you, then you can go ahead and stick with the first exercise. And 2 more. Last one. Now lift both legs up. You can go ahead and place your hands underneath your tailbone if you wish to, and drop both legs down and both legs up. If having your head and your shoulders off the ground is a little bit too challenging for you, then drop them down. And if this is a little bit challenging to also, try bending your knees. So it would look like this. Perfect. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. The last one. Let your legs hover about an inch or 2 off the ground and roll yourself like a ball. So from here, there's a couple variations that you can do this move. So one, you can hold the back of your knees and roll back. So let's get started with this. Roll all the way back. Don't want to roll to your head. You want to roll back down to your shoulders, then back up. Make sure you engage your abs. If you want to make this a little bit harder, then don't stop yourself with your feet or your toes when you come up. So find that balance in your tailbone all the way up. And if you want to make this a little bit harder, if this is not hard enough already, it's pretty challenging for me, then lift both of your legs up straight and roll yourself back this way. This is a little bit harder, so finding that balancing place in your tailbone is essential. Concentrating something in front of you, and 2 more. The last one. Hold yourself up here and down. From here, let's go ahead and turn around, have a seat on your mat, and we're gonna work a little bit with those obliques. So we're gonna place our left leg in front of us, and our right leg is going to be bent. From here, go ahead and rest your left arm on the ground, or you can put your hand down, depending on your level of flexibility, and just lift the right leg up and down. We're getting a little bit of glute work, but we're also feeling our obliques here. The higher you lift, the harder this exercise is going to be. And obviously, the lower you lift, you're not going to get as much of a challenge, and you're not going to target your whole entire obliques. Now, whenever you work abs, it's really important to work your back also. So in order to work our back, instead of lifting all the way up and lowering down, when you lift, I want you to kick back a little bit, engage the back and the glutes, come back to the front, and drop down. So you lift, kick back a little bit, and if you're leaning too much forward, then kick as much as you can without leaning forward too much. Naturally, you are going to lean a little bit, but not, you don't want to like dropping your chest to the ground pretty much. Oh, my mat is flying away. It's windy today. And let's do 3 more. 2. And last one, let's go ahead and switch sides. So again, let's get started with just lifting the leg up and down. Every time I do ab exercises, I like to target my whole entire core. So we'll do a little bit for all core exercise, a little bit of lower abs, a little bit of obliques, and of course the back. It's kind of like having a belt. If your front muscles aren't strong, your back muscles are going to start hurting. So, and vice versa. If your back is strong, then your core is not, you're going to start hurting in the front. So we got to balance everything out. When you're ready, you can go ahead and kick back with me, or stay in the first part of the exercise. So it's a lift, kick back, lift, and lower down. You're doing so good. I'm gonna do this 2 more times. Last one. And lower yourself down on the side of your mat. I'm gonna work a little bit more obliques here. So for the first exercise, what I want you to do is lift the top leg, then the bottom, and then drop them down together. So we lift the top, the bottom, and drop them down. The more you lift, the more of the obliques you're going to target. Now you don't want to lift your leg up here because that will be a completely different exercise, and we're going to target too much of our leg muscles. We're trying to isolate the movement within our core and obliques. Perfect. So you're lifting about 8 to 10 inches off the ground. And the last one, drop your feet all the way down. Now, in this position, lift the right leg, or the top leg, right for me, up, and then the bottom leg, lift it a little bit off the ground. If you can't do that, then forget about the bottom leg, we'll just lift the top. So with the top leg lifted, if you can, lift the bottom leg and start doing moonwalks. So we're just switching our legs back and forth. Be cautious and mindful of your upper body. We don't want your upper body moving with your legs here. This is all steady. We're only moving our legs. If your obliques are not hurting yet, just lift your top leg a little bit more. Perfect. Now drop that leg and leave it in the back. So everything is still lifted. Now it's just a steady movement here. And what I want you to do is pulse up and down. So you're lifting both of your legs, or just the top leg if you haven't had the lower leg lifted this whole time. And you're lifting up and down. Awesome, guys. Perfect. And put your legs together. Let's switch to the other side. So same exact movements here. We're going to start with lifting the top leg, bottom leg meets, and drop it down. Top, bottom, drop it down. Perfect. Add a few more movements after this and we are done. This is a great exercise routine to do when you're running short on time, or you just want to get a specific muscle group in and don't have all that much time. So we got to do it on the go. Now, when we usually travel out of the country, I like doing these exercises a lot because there's really not enough room when you're not at home, and it'd be ideal for anybody that lives in an apartment or a smaller house. Just pull your mat out anywhere and get started. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. Now lift that top leg. If you want to lift the bottom leg, great. If not, let it stay there and go into that moonwalk. Again, don't move your upper body. The movement comes from your hips down. And one side is going to be a little bit more flexible than the other, and that's okay. It's my less flexible side, as you can see. All right, one more time. Now that back leg, or that top leg, is going to go to the back. We're going to lift everything together. That final oblique burn. Perfect. I've got 2 more things, and we'll be done for today. 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys, let's lower ourselves all the way down again. And we're going to do hollow rocks. So what this is going to look like, you're going to have your arms by your ears and kind of just cover them. We're not going to see your ears. And you can either rock back and forth from just your torso, and we're going to target our upper abs here, and kind of like midsection. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, lift the legs up and do the same movement. And finally, if you want to go into the 3rd variation, then rock your whole body, kind of like a boat. It's a hollow rock, banana peel, call it what you want. This will literally work every single muscle in your core. Let's do 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right. If you're up like me, lower yourself down. We're going to do butterfly crunches. All right, so for this move, we're going to get our legs apart, feet together, and you can either stay here and just kind of crunch with your stomach, and if this is not too hard for you, then you can go ahead and interlace your fingers and reach. So feel your upper abs working. Engage your lower abs. You want to work everything. And every time you engage your abs, even if you're not doing ab exercises, if you're walking or you're doing anything throughout the day, just engaging your ab muscles is working them. So keep that in mind next time you're randomly doing nothing. Lift the shoulders off the ground. And let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, let's give it a stretch. Don't forget to stretch. I know sometimes it's, you run out of time, but stretching your muscles is really important. So on all 4s, lower your legs all the way down. You want your toes to be touching the mat in front of you. Your shoulders are under your hands, and stretch your whole entire core. Look up if you can. Lower yourself down. And let's do that one more time. Kind of like a deep cobra stretch. If this does not give you enough of a stretch, then go ahead and roll your hips under and up off the ground. Turn to the side. Stretch your obliques. And whenever you feel like you're ready, you can go ahead and turn to the other side. Let's get into a mermaid. So left leg in front of you, right leg back, and reach in the opposite direction. Doesn't matter which way you start. We're going to go to the other side in just a second. Feel your oblique stretching. If you need a little bit of a deeper stretch, then go ahead and place your elbow down on the ground, then switch sides. If this is too much, then you can always prep yourself in your hand. Let's go ahead and switch our leg position. Stretch the other side. So lift your right arm up. And again, you can rest on your hand, put your elbow on your leg anywhere, or lower yourself all the way down. Switch sides. Left arm comes all the way up and over. And we are done. Thank you guys for joining me for this ab exercise. It is my favorite moves on the go and when I don't have enough time. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that now. Don't forget to turn on the notification button and drop a like. See you guys next week.